He would go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name. Haribo, Haribo. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Haribo, Haribo. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Haribo, Haribo. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Haribo, Haribo. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of his name.
Good morning, Grand Rising.
OGEbeats.com.
Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Jesus Prabhupada, 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 Jesus Prabhupada. Shri Advaita Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, 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 Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga, Nityananda Nityananda Gauranga Gauranga. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. All right. Sing and make a joyful name unto the Lord.
Purchase your tracks today.
Automatic. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama.
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama.
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama.
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna
Purchase your tracks today.
Oh my Lord Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Purchase your tracks today.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama
Purchase your
Rama,
tracks today.
Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Purchase your
Krishna,
tracks
Hare
today.
Hare. Rama. Oh, Krishna, what are you doing to me? What are you doing to all of us, man? What is this? I feel spellbound. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Purchase
Krishna
your
Krishna,
tracks
Hare
today.
Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Yeah, I just realized some things. So great, man. What a great life, man. This whole thing. Wow, man, you get to know how God works in this world practically. Man, there's people are becoming aware that the whole world is bound in a spell. Literally, it's really people, even the people getting into higher consciousness, they're seeing that all the words in especially as far as I know, maybe other languages too. Well, the English language. Their spells, like good morning. See, it's casting spell on people. Yeah, get up. This is what is very demoniac. Yeah, good morning. Get up there and be miserable all day. That's what we like. See, these guys, it's not like they don't know what they're doing. The people who make the language up. This is the demoniac energy. This is the Lord's Maya. It's all spells. You can look at so many things. These spell, like learn how to spell. Learn how, what that is? Witchcraft. Learn how to cast spells. So these things, like people talk about affirmations, the demoniac energy is using all of this to keep people spellbound in the world. And look at the genius of Lord Caitanya. He came to break the spell. The chanting the name is also a spell. It breaks the spell because that makes you unhappy, makes you miserable, cuts you off from who you are, puts you into forgetfulness. See, literally, they even have TV shows like this. There was one called, I forgot what it was, where these people were cast in a spell in a story, and they came and they forgot who they were, and they were living, but they were from this ancient. It's fascinating. This whole thing gets more fascinating all the time, just by communicating with God, man, with Krishna and with his name, getting close. You break the spell, man, but you got to come under some spell. You got to, the gopis, the residents of Vrindavan, it's glorified. They're under Krishna's spell. They're spellbound by Krishna, spellbound by his name and his form and his pastimes. See, but they're happy. That's what I'm seeing, man. They're happy under this, truly happy. And that's why when people get to taste the nectar of this name and Sadhu Sangha here, we find what true happiness is. So why not be under a spell like this? Otherwise, what? You want the good morning? Good morning? Boy, what a twisted happiness that is. Yes, I'm going to enjoy my morning and my misery. No wonder people are sad in the world. They're saying, good morning. Good morning. Are you miserable? Oh, that's fantastic. See, everything's twisted in this world. See? Grand rising is perfect, and people don't even know what that means unless Krishna arises in you. There's no happiness unless the Lord arises. It's him arising. Everything is about the Lord. Yeah, it's amazing. People starting to wake up. They wake up first. The first part is, I notice in the world, is they start to believe that they are the center of everything. That's the Mayavadi level. Oh yes, I'm the center of everything. I'm the center of creation. See, still illusion. See, the Lord is the center of all creation. See, not you or me. We're just, people don't have full knowledge. This is the beauty of our disciplic line, parampara. It brings in the clearest, the cleanest, the deepest revelations of the absolute truth as it is, and the greatest happiness, how to just be steeped in that, I mean, you get the greatest feelings that are eternal, man, and the greatest knowledge that is as it is, completely into the full depth. What we have here is the greatest thing. I mean, and it's getting greater every day. That's all I have to say, man. I just can't believe it. I have to believe it because I'm experiencing these amazing things. And I have great friends here. Isn't it great to have friends like this? Amy, let's see. Amy, what has she say? Replying to Amy, keep us low. Keep us low. There's some stars there. Must be something there. Amy Rose. I read the entire English language and was preconceived and strategically orchestrated as a spell. Yeah. To keep imprisoned in the low. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And you see, who's doing this, making us aware? This is the Lord's mercy. Even people that are not quite connected yet, they know. Like this one guy, New Age, they know the words they see. These are spells, They're getting that level of intelligence. Everything's demoniac symbols and all that stuff. But, even this energy, that's why, this is so great. You don't even hate that. You don't even hate demons, man. I don't hate, I don't hate anybody. It's amazing, because the Lord doesn't. You get so close to the Lord that, you understand his mind. That everything comes from the Lord. Even, he says, I'm the gambling of cheats in Bhagavad Gita. Can you imagine? I'm the gambling of cheats. He's saying, I'm that. He's everything, man. So everything really, ultimately, even Maya's, is set to wake everybody up. See, especially when you're around, it depends. If you're with people in higher consciousness, we're in the grace. We live in the grace of the greatest avatar that's ever graced this planet, actually. And the greatest disciplic line. I could just see why Prabhupada loved writing his books. He knew that was his real mission. Not really to build that was to keep the devotees busy. It's kind of like the demons. They think like this. They think, what are we going to do with all these useless eaters? Oh yeah, we'll put them in the metaverse and have them play video games and pay them little tokens, and they'll think they're doing something. But because the jobs are all going, man, they're all robots coming. Robots are coming. They're already here. You can go to some McDonald's and they're testing them already. You can go to some McDonald's and you go eat those hamburgers, they have little children baked in there, and all that. Oh, they're telling you this stuff. I can't believe it, man. It's like unbelievable. Saying, hey, actually, we're running this. McDonald's, go to McDonald's, and they got all the robots coming out. They're serving you. They order through the robot. Everything. The Uber's coming, the cabs. No, there's no driver. The wheel just goes like this and takes you. They're already there, man. In Phoenix, they got them. Arizona, and other places. And now the digital dollar is coming up. That's why I try and get into Bitcoin if you want. If not, just stay with that. They'll just tell you what to do with it, man. You can spend it on this and spend it on that. If you want to do that, that's okay. Whatever. The main thing is you're here, right? I don't care. Whatever, man. Everything is gravy here. Everything is icing. I found Sadhu Sangha, man. I found my Lord. I found eternal happiness. I found the greatest treasure in the world. That's all I know. And I just want to, I'd like to share. It's my pleasure also to share it with people. Yeah, like Lalita too. She wanted to give it out to other people. She found the greatest treasure in the world. And to show people, Yeah, just come in there, hang out with the devotees. It's that simple, man. We found the greatest treasure, and the more you come here, the more you'll see it. You'll see the grand rising of Krishna here every day. That's what it's all about, man. Krishna's pleasure to give us. Everything Jesus said is realized here. I mean, it really is. It is my Father's pleasure to give us the kingdom, to give you the kingdom. Yeah. And he's not even the fatherly figure for us, man. He's the dearest friend. That's the greatest revelation beyond that father revelation. Like people, this thing about, I also realize about this thing about, how can I leave my guru? How can you ever leave your guru? The guru is the supreme personality of Godhead, and whatever gives us the greatest real happiness is the Lord leading us to the deeper place. I mean, you should just analyze if the greater happiness is in some place, this is the Lord moving us deeper into a deeper state of pleasure, actually, transcendental pleasure. Yeah, go ahead there, Lolita. You want to say something?
Yeah, you cannot share with people the love that you received if you stay in your cave. And if you're only with devotees, you also have to go out.
Yeah. Oh,
Of
yeah.
course.
Yeah.
You've got to go out. You've got to talk to people and have friendship and invest a little bit in people but stay within your own vibration, of course.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, as you're getting stronger, why not? You don't have to sit there and look at the videos all day. Get out there and balance things. Like how much attention can you? I mean, I can't do it. There's no way. I have to do other activities. But when I'm in this activity, I'm fully present. That's the main thing. And then go out and share. That's what I mean. Jesus, he pushed them out of the nest. He said, go out there and preach what you heard, go tell people about the kingdom, invite them in. So I also need to do more, you can always do, there's always more to do, especially when you get this. Yeah. So go out and share and, especially this is the empowerment and give and it shall be given unto you. Jesus, see, they use that thing, the materialistic devotees, in Christianity, use that to get about a money thing. Give and it shall be given unto you. No, give this. This was what was really important to Jesus, this consciousness, this connection, this potency. We carry it. Whoever receives will receive real life. And there are people looking for everybody's looking for happiness. Show them what it is. That's what we do here on this thing. People can watch the videos and see truly happy persons here. Truly intelligent. The Lord gives everything here. These videos, you see true happiness, true ecstatic bliss that the common people haven't seen in a long time. The ones that the bliss and the ecstasy that the acharyas in our line have hidden. They didn't show this. They just show, like they're just chanting, like grave and all that. And they think and people now, they think that's the role model. But you can read in Chaitanya Lila, Lord Chaitanya was chanting and jumping up and down in ecstasy and joy. And, not, like real. The real from spontaneously, not contrived and, trying to imitate and all that. It just comes from the nature of the Lord automatically. It's a symptom of attaining the Lord's joy and happiness. Yeah. So this is where it's all going. Yeah. So this breaks the spell of the world. Yeah. And the Lord's very happy to break the spell. He'll break that spell. That's why I don't feel controlled by that. I can look into that. I could see what it is. I find it interesting. I find everything about the Lord interesting. Because it's all him here. Everything is him. Yeah. But the closer you get with the Lord, that doesn't touch you. But the farther you are away from the transcendental Lord, it grabs you, that Maya, just and then takes you down in the illusions, deeper illusions. Yeah, some of the glories of the devotees, they got so transcendentally situated with and intimate with God that they would do things that would ordinarily capture the conditioned souls into the Lord's Maya, bewilder them. They would talk to mundane people and everything, and they would bring them right in. Because they couldn't, the Maya couldn't grab them. They were so close with God. That happens here. Generally, that's why Nityananda could go in bars and preach, and his devotees can go anywhere. They go around drunks and they wouldn't be captured. They would capture people in Maya. That's how you do. You're like a fisherman, fishing people out of the illusion. They don't have the strength to do. Nobody does. We lucky we have the mercy of the Lord. Sadhu Sangha, you have a guru that's empowered by the transcendental potency that helped fish you out, and you can help fish others out. They need it. Otherwise there's no real hope for them without the devotees association. Really. They're just, the modes are too strong. They're ropes. Strong. Ever see those ropes on ships, that the anchors go down? They're like that thick, big ropes, strong, man. They keep the ship, and that's Maya's ropes, keeping the living entities in the Maya. You cannot, this is only the powerful enough to break it, is the association of the Lord and chanting and remembering. See, it's all in Chaitanya. The essence is in Chaitanya Lila. The religion of the age, the pure religion, is remembering Krishna, reminding others of Krishna. That simple. Yeah. And and people say, well, is this the only God, Krishna? Well, you can, God is God, Well, remember the transcendental potency. Give me a true representative of God, and I'll discuss it, man. I'll show you what is the nature of God. The nature of God is transcendental. There are parallels. Any authentic, authorized manifestation of the Lord. Give me the American Indians conception. I'll show you where God is. Give me the movie Avatar. And I'll show you where God is. These things, they have representations and parallels of the nature of God. The nature of, in Avatar, is that tree held all souls. Yeah, that's Vishnu, man. Holds all souls. See? Lord Brahma, we're all in the body of the Lord. Everything. Bhagavad Gita, everything is in me. See? But I'm not in them. Except the devotees. Didn't say that, but the devotees know, yeah, my Lord's in me. Yeah. That's why I can see everything is in the Lord. I can see the demons are in the Lord. I can see the demigods are in the Lord. I don't hate them. I'm not even though I may come from the body comes from a demonic class, I don't hate the good people, and I don't hate the bad people, See? I love Krishna. See, that's what he's the most lovable object, the transcendental Lord. It's our nature. It's the nature of the demons to love the Lord. It's the nature of the demigods to love the Lord, but they don't exactly know that. Not so well. See, we got to get our true nature awakened, whatever body you're in. The Bhagavatam's so beautiful. It talks about enlightened demons who would speak like this. Chitraketu was a pure devotee, got a demon body to participate in the Lord's pastimes. And Indra was surprised. He says, wow, this demon, it was an ugly demon there and there, but it was preaching perfect transcendental knowledge. See? This is the way it is. Look at Prahlad. He was in a demon class, born in a demon body, but preached perfect truth. What do you think here? Look at Gaur Haridas. He's the lowest Sudra. Just the ordinary low class, miserable. Both my parents were pretty much insane, crazy, very dark, like the people, they're all in the mode deep ignorance, like that. Yeah, but the Lord has saved me. Jesus saved me. Prabhupada has saved me. All the Vaishnavas have saved me. See? The truth coming from them has saved me. Their preaching has saved me. Book of John saved me. John saved me. See, all these real devotees have contributed to my awakening and understanding. And I pay it forward, man. And get more too. I love it, man. To me, this is the way to give. Yeah. Yeah, it's a fantastic path, huh? It's great. Simple, too. Everybody can get into this. Why don't you want to, everybody should, it'll become more and more, this we get together, and have fun like this. And this is the greatest sacrifice of, everybody could, why wouldn't you want to sacrifice? Because you got to sacrifice something. You got to sacrifice your time and energy. So you should be thinking like, well, what is the greatest sacrifice I can do of my time and energy? Well, how about one that you can have the most fun at? And that being the most pleasing to the Lord. And you'll know that because you'll feel it. I know what it is to work a good day's work. I used to be a fry cook, I worked my ass off. I was sweating in the hot kitchens and everything. I got home, man. I sat down, had my beer, had my TV, girl on the side there, I'm happy, man. I did my day's work, got my gal, got my beer, got my TV. Feel good, man. I did my sacrifice. See? But that was hard. That was sweat, man, sweating. And the old waitress says, "Where's my order? Where's my order?" And these tickets wrapped around the wheel is stressed out to the whole thing. A lot of people working in factories like that, doing their sacrifice. See? Look at this one. You spend a couple hours every day having fun, man, just put a big smile on your face, chanting the greatest sacrifice in the world is chanting the Hare Krishna mantra in association with the Lord's devotees. Sadhu Sangha. And remembering the highest truth distinguished from illusion, and it's all part of the Lord. Yeah, greatest. This is the best, man. What you just heard is the great treasure, the great pearl Jesus was talking about. He even did Sadhu Sangha. He was him, right? Bona fide spiritual master, bona fide disciples who knew he was the door. They went in the door and everybody was happy and they made others happy. Yeah, it's always the same procedure when deliverance is here. Otherwise, you got Pharisees, you got Brahmins. See, Pharisees, Brahmins, sannyasis in the Varnashram system, it's all the same. They become gurus, they become your gurus, and they speculate and they can't deliver you. Deliverance is here. We prove it, man. The grace of God has to be somewhere for people to be delivered. Otherwise, it's just a false show, a false flag. A false flag? False, not real, not a real flag. Yeah, we got Lord Caitanya's flag here, man. We're flagging you down, man.
Moving on the spirit.
Yeah. It begins here. First fruits. Show me where some other first fruits are. It'd be nice, but I think this is it. Starts here. I don't believe it. Well, too bad for you. We'll just more for us and more for others. We'll get the believers first. Why not, man? Why do we want to be the unbelievers, kicking and screaming, Get the ones who are ready, man. Get the Amy Roses and the Fannies just ready to be happy. Right, Amy? Oh, we're ready to be happy, right? I'm ready to be happy. Come here, man. I want more. It's so simple. More closeness with Christ. I want to be really close with your name, man. I just want to, just be intimate, with that name. And everything comes from that. That's Vrindavan. In a nutshell, they're very intimate. What does it represent? What does Vrindavan represent? What does the Garden of Eden represent? Oh, always the same thing. Closeness with the true Lord, right? Closeness. Look how close. Though they're so close in Vrindavan that they see that Krishna's their most intimate friend, they're not thinking of him as a father or anything. No, he's our buddy, man. We have fun together. That's what you get here, man. I come here not to have Krishna as my father. Are you kidding? I come as my most intimate friend and beloved. My life and soul. And the Lord thinks that too. He says, yes, go Haridas, you're my life and soul. Literally, what does that mean? You think that's an ego thing? No. Yeah, life and soul of the Lord is what you see here, this ecstatic devotion. These truths, that's the Lord's life and soul. Okay? And you will be representatives of that. If you're already, many of you are already representatives of the Lord's life and soul. That's this enthusiasm. He's very enthusiastic. Nityananda is very enthusiastic to serve the Lord. We're becoming very enthusiastic. This is pure. It's pure. It's ecstatic. It's wonderful. It's rarely to see in this dark place, man. This is the light. Can't you see it shining? You think it's some kind of flashlight, LED light? Haven't you seen enough of that? I go for a walk at night here, and they turn on the LED lights, and they're like, oh God, they're blaring right in your eyes, and they call that happiness. See, that's the demon thing. The demons always want to make people misery. They're thinking about how can we make the living entities more miserable? Oh, LED lights, really? You walk at night, you can't even look down. It's like right in your eyes, and there you go. There's your happiness, and people just walk like this. Like, no problem, man. No, yeah, it's always meant they're used to the suffering. Yes. Poor Ladita, she's sleepy. You a little tired today? Yes, maybe it's ecstatic yawning. Sometimes yawning is ecstatic.
I have a lot of ecstatic yawning as well, but that was not the case now.
Oh, not the case now. Yeah. Okay. Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. We'll read a little bit here, I think. Lord, this is chapter 9 in Adi Lila, Chaitanya Charitamrita, and verse number 7. Verse number 6. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Jesus. I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So how do we really take shelter of Lord Chaitanya? Is it just a word? I just take shelter of Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Let's move on. And then, see, the way you take shelter of who he is. What is he? You need to ask the question, well, okay, what does that mean? Take shelter of the Supreme Personality. What am I taking shelter of? Yeah, go ahead.
Where do you experience his presence? Where do we see the living God is here?
Yeah. You should ask these questions. You come here, we'll get you thinking. We'll give you an honorary thinking cap where you can ask important questions, concerning like Shukadev Goswami said, oh, thank you for your questions there, Mars Pariksit, because they're concerning the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which is the most important subject matter. People are asking questions about things that are really irrelevant to the soul. So they stay dark, Yeah. Let's see, how can we make this mundane thing, wrong? I mean, it's not that. We should be asking questions like this. Okay, how do I take shelter of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? And who is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Well, you look in that's why you need a living devotee who the Lord makes them a genius, because he's a genius. They can understand the essence. Satchidananda is the Lord. Well, what does that mean? What is Sat? Well, that's the eternal part of the Lord. That's the eternal part of you. See, that's you. You're eternal. Well, how do I experience that? Oh, well, you need Chit. And you need the ananda. So the best, most feasible way to get that chit is knowledge. You have to not only knowledge study, knowledge experience. Yeah. But to get that knowledge experience, you need ananda. So how are you going to get such an ananda? What you gotta see where it is. You got to learn from that person. You got to get a master, a spiritual master, who is Sat Chit Ananda, the living, actual example of Sat, an eternal form. Even though you see their physical form, you see the symptoms of an eternal form activated there. They're the activators. That's where you're going to get this bhakti pod, this ananda, this potency. In that association, there's no practical way. Otherwise, there would be no meaning for the Lord coming here if we could do it on our own sadhana and our own Vaidhi thing and all of that stuff. The Lord must come here. His devotees must come here. He must come here as a devotee or with his devotees. You have to see the examples of Satchidananda, and you have to see how a devotee awakens that and maintains that. How that verse we read yesterday. I'll read it again because I forgot. See, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who himself is the tree of transcendental love for Krishna, its gardener, and also the bestower and enjoyer of its fruits. That's the real guru. You got to meet, a person who represents that. Otherwise, how are you going to know where the truth is? What is it? Why do you think Jesus said, I'm the way? He's the way. You're facing Jesus. You're facing the path. I'm the truth. You're facing Jesus. You're going to hear the truth. See, the truth you understand through hearing. That's why hearing is the best and the most important process. It all begins with hearing the truth. You will not awaken unless you hear the truth. You hear the name, right? Repetitively. And you hear it from realized devotees who really hear the name. That name has entered their heart and has fructified into love of God. And because of that love, Krishna will appear in you, in the world, in others, and deliver them. That's the way. It's always been the way and always will be the way. That's why I can look at Jesus, why Prabhupada could look at Jesus and say, he's bona fide. He did that. He was that. He knew that. But Prabhupada was working in stages all the way from Bhakti Vinod until this time. This is the Jesus type like work. We here are to awaken that spirit that he was hiding. You know, that even Jesus was obviously hiding it to some extent. I have more to tell you, but you're not bearing it. Prabhupada was hiding it to some extent, or to a large extent, and Bhakti Vinod and Bhakti Siddhanta. Even Jesus was hiding it because to some extent, he said, because not only did he have more to tell, he had more to show him, people. And he showed it after he disappeared, where they got the Holy Spirit. And it goes deeper. It just never ends. Yeah. Where were we? Oh, yeah, chapter 9. Yeah. Lord Caitanya thought, my name is Vishvambara. So is the Lord just a name? My name is Vishvambara. No, the name represents a truth, an experience, a realization, an understanding. My name is Vishvambara. See, the maintainer and protector of the universe. See, but what does that mean? How does the Lord maintain and protect the universe? Well, we're protected because, we're maintained because he keeps our heart beating every day, right? Keeps the air going in the atmosphere. Keeps the breathing going. Yeah, man. Can you imagine if we didn't have God to maintain us? Even the demons are maintained by God. Even they don't even believe in the Lord. They believe it's just atoms, keeping them going or something. But they're the lords of the world. It's all illusion, man. See? We got food to eat. Vegetables grow in the ground. And all these things. The Lord is maintaining us. Vishwambar. But then he says, but you know what? I don't think this is perfect maintenance. See, the rest of the verse comes. One who maintains the entire universe. Its meaning will be actualized if I fill the universe with love of Godhead. See, people are not actualized. They just get part of the maintenance program of God. Boy, wow, that's why it's not full. It's not complete. It's not finished, the work of God. See, that's why Jesus said, my work is finished. Didn't mean the whole work is finished. My work is finished because now the Holy Spirit awakened and people found balance. They found, wow, we're really maintained. They didn't neglect this. They met like 2 or 3 times a day like we do. Because we need this maintenance. Now we realize we're addicted. We're like, hey man, I ain't just happy with food and water and air to breathe. A bellows can do that. The body is like a bellows. But it's not. There's no fullness in that. It's not full happiness. That's not completion. That's why everybody's looking towards the Maya for completion and never finding it. Oh, I think I need more control, Klaus Schwab says. Oh, I think I need more control, Bill Gates says. Oh, I think I need more money, these guys say. I need more energy. See, I got to use all you guys as resources and batteries because I need more control and more energy and more life. They're looking for the living entities to get, and they never will get. Well, you can get all the living entities and control all of them and get all their energy and make them as batteries like in the Matrix movie. You can do all of that and you're still not happy. Why? Because of the essence of this verse. The Lord knows. And you will know, and the devotees who get this grace and mercy know that we will not be happy until we are filled with love of Krishna. Right there, Lalita? Right, Tom? Grave, Tom? See, grave, come out of the grave, gravity. See, gravity. That word I don't like, man. Krishna is not grave in Vrindavan. Gravity, grave, the grave, waiting down. What do you want to wear? Gravity boots. Everybody's wearing gravity boots, man. See, Krishna wants to go up and fly. Yeah. See, if I can fill the universe with love of Krishna, my name will be actualized, the real maintainer. See, fully maintained. See, thy will be done on earth. See, love of Krishna he wants on earth. In people, make them truly happy as it is in Vrindavan, as it is in the Garden of Eden, as it is in that tree. Instead of you have to die and then go into the tree and like the people go back into Vishnu and this kind of a dreamy state. This wakes you up out of the dream. You're in a walking awake. This is, all that stuff being woke is illusion. That's the dark representation. You ever see these woke people? You look at that. If you have any intelligence, you don't even have to have full spiritual intelligence. You look at that, you think, boy, are they asleep? You call that woke? That's just it's like everything is like that. They say the words, but don't know the meanings of being awoke. They say the way, yes, I have a Guru Dave, and you don't know the meaning of guru. You're a Guru Dave, and you don't know the meaning of your position. So don't come here because you'll become aware of what it really entails. You got to meet somebody filled with that love of Krishna Lord Caitanya was glorifying. My name is Vishvambara. And my name will be actualized, full maintenance. You come here, you're going to get full maintenance. That's what it's about, man. Otherwise, you're not, what, you go to gurus who are not filled with love of Krishna? They got to be the verses, man. Don't go to anybody that's not the verses. And don't think that, Lord, well, I can't leave my guru, Dave. What, is your guru filled with the meaning of that verse? Are you filled with the meaning of that verse? No? Well, go on with those. The Lord will be very happy with you, like he was with Bali Maharaj, who left his so-called guru, who was not filled with the meaning of that verse, to go to Vamanadev, who was filled with the meaning of that verse. Or the wives of the Brahmins who left their gurus, their husbands, who were Brahmins, like these Brahmin gurus. Leave them. Why not? And go to those cowherd boys who are filled with the meaning of this verse of Lord Caitanya, filled with love of Krishna, right? Why not? Then now you know the real Bhagavatam and what is really pleasing to Krishna. You got to hear somebody. This is called real knowledge, huh? Where do you hear this, man? Yeah, you people who followed 100 of those gurus, huh? They all fallen down. And you listen to this and you come and you go read the verse and say, wow, God, none of my gurus could explain it that way. Why? Because you got to be filled with the meaning of that verse, that love of Krishna, truly, and prove it. Don't worry, whoever comes here, my Lord will be so pleased with you, and you'll see that he's your Lord too. And he's very happy you left these bogus gurus who are not filled with the meaning of that verse. Yes, it's true. They're bogus. It's either true or false. It's just a very easy question. What is true? A devotee filled with the ecstasy of love of Krishna is true. True blue. That's where the true blue is to be found. True love is there. True path is there. Why not? Everything else is false. More or less. It's false in the mode of goodness. It's false even in liberty. You can have liberated guru. That's still false. It's true or false now, man. If you're not filled with the meaning of that verse, because that is the greatest revelation on this planet since 4,320,000,000 years, filled with love of God, love of Krishna. That is life's ultimate goal. If you're not filled with that, you're not a real representative of the Gaudiya Vaishnava lineage, because those devotees who wrote the books were. And we're here to preach that, not to just keep it for myself. No, make those verses actualized in you and in everybody, whoever wants. You want to be filled with love of Krishna? You come here. That's what we do, to make these verses written on your heart. Just like when they followed Jesus. Jesus said, why are you dropping everything to follow me? Because we want that verse written on our heart. He said, oh, very good. You're taught by God. Okay, come along. If you're not, go to these gurus where that verse ain't written in their heart. If it is, they would love this preaching. If you hate this preaching, great, this is for you. That's the medicine. Medicine is always known to be bitter. See? Unless you have taste. If you're awakened, you'll love this message. We're here to deliver people out of illusion, grab them out of with false gurus, false pundrakas. Isn't that what Krishna did? And he appeared, he took people away from the false Krishna. I'm here to take people away from false gurus. You're false if you're not filled with the meaning of that verse. I take Prabhupada's books very seriously. We're not here just to make a game of Prabhupada's books. Well, sort of, but serious game. We're here to take people out of illusion, man. You go, the authorities are the devotee Bhagavat, who are these verses in person. And let us see some of those. People don't even know what it looks like. The Narayan Maharaj group doesn't even know what it looks like. They think, oh, we know love of Krishna. Oh, Rupa, we're Rupa, Radha, Radha. And then they see it here, they go, what is that? See, Guru didn't even teach you that. Well, our guru knew all about. Well, the thing is, you don't know all about, and that's what it's about, man. You need to know, obviously. Otherwise, how are you going to get into kingdom of Vrindavan, with all kinds of devotees who are like Lalita and Johan? You don't even like that devotee. You don't even believe in it. How are you going to get into Vrindavan unless you see it here and get purified? Everybody knows they had to go, right, Tom? You had to go through some purification, right? Right, Lily? Everybody gets purified, man. You get your clothes washed here. Clothing of the false ego, false identifications, false ideas you learn from people who don't know what they're talking about. They don't know the real Krishna. They don't have love of Krishna, pure love. Yeah, prema bhakti, man. That's the real guru. You don't have a prema bhakti guru, you don't have the real path. They got to be the way. They got to be the truth. They got to speak the truth. They got to emanate that love of Krishna. Otherwise, you're not delivered, man. See? In other words, Krishna is not delivered in you. Krishna grows. He's awakened. He starts to cry. You notice when they're born. We're going to be able to, you see that happens here, right? Because people are awakened. Ask Amy if she cries at all. Ask Lalita if she cries. See, that's called Krishna's awaken them. See, and when Krishna's awake, it's not a pain in the ass crying. You know those when little kids, when they cry, isn't that a pain in the ass? I heard, and I never had that pleasure. Crying babies.
It's such a pleasure, Guru Maharaj, especially during the night when you want to sleep.
You want to sleep. Here, Krishna cries and you wake up. It's great, man. Hey, great. I'm always waiting for Krishna to cry, man. It's great, man. I love it, man. Oh, we got to take care of Krishna. Okay, what do you want, Krishna? More food, more milk, more. Oh, okay. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. More. I want more. Oh, good. No problem. Yeah, I'll get up for that. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Oh, I love getting up for that. See, you want that kind of baby, man? Come here, man. That's what we do. The real baby. We'll give you a baby face too. Krishna, look at you. We'll get you to face the baby, man. The transcendental baby every day. What else we got here? Thinking in this way, he accepted the duty of a planter and began to grow a garden in Navadvip. Thinking in this way, he accepted the duty of a planter and began to grow a garden in Navadvip. See, it's always the same. It's always the same procedure. What did Jesus say? Same thing. He said, I'm a sower of the word of the kingdom. See, he accepted the duty of a planter. If you don't plant the seed, this is called Bhakti Lata Bij. See, also in our books, Bhakti Lata Bij. You got to plant the seed of the kingdom. See, the plant of the seed of the kingdom is this attachment to what is transcendental, attachment to the name of Krishna, attachment to the name of Lord Caitanya. See, to the name, it gives the name substance. Otherwise, just a name. It's just a show in a bottle. You're not in where the show's going on. You're on the outside of the bottle looking in, but you don't know. You don't have experience of what's going on inside that environment, that atmosphere. You ever see those plants, in a bottle? There's things growing in there and everything, and you're out there looking. People do. They make planters and they got life going on in there. People look at that. Do they know what the life is? No, then they're on the outside looking in. See, so the Lord plants the seed. The plant is the seed is this attraction. That's why it's bona fide here. If it wasn't bona fide here, you guys wouldn't be chanting like Gohari chants. That means you got the seed of bhakti. Remember what Johan used to say all the time? Probably still does. He says, I used to chant like a cow. I read the books 5 times and everything. But now he can taste those books. Why? He has a seed of bhakti. Why does Lalita understand? She didn't even know English. She got the seed of bhakti. Now she understands every essential thing. May not understand this word or that word, but understands the essence. Loving Krishna gives everything. See, but you need to see the bhakti from a bona fide guru. If you've been following a guru for 1, 5, 10, 15 years, and you're not becoming increasingly attracted to the Lord's holy name to the point of tears, otherwise Prabhupada says in his Nectar Devotion, you're not even cultivating bhakti yet. You got to get those tears, and people get tears here. If you believe in these statements of the Vedas, you can check them, and you believe in the ecstasy of the witnesses here. There's no reason you should not be born again or Krishna be born in you. This is the cultivation here. This is the soil for it. This is the water for it. And I haven't seen another place where I could say you could really cultivate it like this. You want to wake up? You want the highest revelations? You want the highest knowledge? You want the greatest happiness? And we prove it every day. You see the greatest knowledge here, the essence of all knowledge. You see the essence of all ecstasy and great bliss and ecstasy and rapture and intimacy with God. You want that? Well, that's all here. You see that with Radhanath? You got nothing but ceremonies with all those gurus, those thousands of gurus, nothing but rules, regulations, and ceremonies. But none of this. You come here, you'll see something special. You'll see the special mercy of the Lord. You'll get the special mercy you can't get there. And my Lord and your Lord that you don't know very well will be very happy with you, and you'll know that too. How else can we get people over here and deliver them and out instead of staying over there undelivered? See, what do you think Jesus, he took the duty of a planter. Lord Caitanya took the duty of a planter. Gaur Hari Das is taking the duty of a planter to plant the real seed of bhakti in this world. And whoever receives the seed will know the truth and be set free. Jesus said, go on hearing and ye shall know the truth. The truth is love for that transcendental Lord, love practically for this name. You see, this is real. This is more real than any other spell that you get in there into this world, spell of misery of the Lord's Maya. Good morning. Every day you're having a morning, man. It's like you're mourning. And you see it. The sadness in the faces of the people of the world is they're in mourning. See, that's the Lord saying, well, you serve my Maya. You should listen to my real devotees who are in real knowledge and know all about that and tell you all about that and say, yeah, come on over here. Have a grand rising. The Lord will rise in you and you'll be happy forever. You'll be free forever. You found the pearl of great price. You won the transcendental lottery. You're really rich. You're richer than people who win these lotteries and everything else. We're the people here are the richest people. What? They're rich with real riches. Real riches is love of Krishna, man. Love of the name of God that's practical. What is love of Krishna? Well, love is that name. It becomes substantial energy, substantial knowledge, substantial potency, substance. It becomes real, more real than any flimsy thing in this world. Flimsy spells of the demons that have controlled people. Here, this name will, boom, break your spell, man, wake you up. Give you real power, man. You would think this is power these guys have? Bill Gates and Klaus Schwab, they got power. They're weaklings. This is power, man, power of the truth. They got all these lies. They think, oh yeah, let's lie to people. Let's get control of them through lies. Yeah, let's get control of the people by truth. Let's get control of you guys. You guys, we got truths that you Masons don't even know here in this little Sangha. So you guys, you AIs listening here, if you got any intelligence, which these AIs are so stupid, the AI they think that's brilliance. Mechanical, worldly intelligence about the body. BFD. This is just a housing. This is just a tent. You should see what's under the hood. Well, you do see. I'm exposing it. Flasher. You ever see those flashers? They take off their clothes and they go out and run down the street. They're doing that same thing. They take off the body, is expose what's in there under the hood, man. See, that's what you get here, man. You become like that. Look at the disciples of Jesus. Look how strong they were, how powered they were. They went before kings and testified to the truth. Lord Caitanya's devotees did the same thing. They become empowered to testify for the truth. Why not? The whole world is sleeping. They came to wake people up. See? You watch one video here is like better than 40 years of listening to the Acharya Devs over there. And you'll prove it here. One video is more than you've ever heard from them. One sentence. That's the kind of spiritual power. You come long enough, you'll start to wake up and see that. Otherwise, you just sleep along there with your sleepy gurus, your sleepy teachers, your sleepies who are asleep, who are blind leaders, and you're a blind follower. But those who are ready to be woke, the message is for you.
Grand rising, you give the yeast,
The yeast, yeah. Yeah, because you don't want the yeast of the Pharisees, man. The leaven of the Pharisees. You become proud and false ego stuff. Yeah, that's what the thing. When you leave here, the people, they go to these other gurus and they develop big pride. See? Because it's not the real deal. I could say the same thing Jesus said. Beware of the leaven of the Pharisees, and they're in Vaishnavism. That was the God brother thing. What did Prabhupada said? Envy, pride, competition. Oh yeah, they want to cooperate with us, and they were like the Pharisees. The same obstacle they were in. Prabhupada was not in it because he had the truth. He said what Jesus said: "Don't go to my God brothers' classes. Don't distribute their books." But the disciples said the same thing Judas said. You know what Judas said? But Jesus, they want to help you. And you know what the Prabhupada disciple said? But Prabhupada, the God brothers just want to help you. And Prabhupada
doesn't
said,
need help.
no. No. And Prabhupada said exactly what Jesus said. Jesus said, no, don't believe in them. They just want to take control over. And that's what Maya does. And Prabhupada said the same thing to the disciples. Oh, no, they just want to come in here and take over and take control. That's what they do. We don't need them.
We had one here in the Sangha who said, I'm the little brother of Srila Gaura Haridas. I'm helping the devotees. You remember, Arjay?
Oh, yeah. He said he's the little brother.
He said, to me, he said he was a little brother. To Tommy said something else. To Freddie he said another thing. But to me, he said, I'm the little brother and I'm here to help you.
Yeah. Tricky.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I was the last to hear of it. It's always like that. Prabhupada called that the sinister force. That's okay. It all worked out, Yeah, and Arjay also, ultimately he's there. There was some good in there. It's just everybody is just doing their thing. We all learn from everything now. It's really great. It's really awesome now. Yeah, I forgot where I was. Okay, let's see.
Prabhupada said, don't listen to my God.
Oh, yeah. It's the obstacle. In other words, it's who you listen to. If you have a bona fide guru, that Lord is using him to help you through all the obstacles. But the devotees were not strong enough back then. They just, it was working in phases. Just like when Moses preached just the rules, regulations. See, it's still material. It's not strong enough. You need the spirit. Even Jesus' disciples, they didn't have the spirit yet, it seems, by what he said. He said, you will falter when Maya gets really on you because you need the spirit of the Lord to help you. That will come. You'll recover because you listened to me long enough. And they did. And so the spirit came in them and they were able to attack on Maya, the illusion, and bring people out. Preach that message. But with Prabhupada, that wasn't delivered yet. See, he didn't deliver the spirit. So it was like Moses when he preached. People, after he disappeared, they scattered again. It wasn't strong enough. See, because still material, it's like Varnashram, still material system. You need the spirit, man. See how it's different here? You guys got the spirit. You know God. God is in you. You live for God. He lives for you. It's that relationship. He lives. He's the protector. The divine energy is protecting you. See, we're here to finish that for the Vaishnavas. That's why I keep preaching for Vaishnavas to come, because it's like Jesus. He preached to the Jewish people to start there. But here, and then you notice when Jesus left, then it became for more other people. But here, it's not waiting for that. Here, I preach to the Vaishnavas. I like it because I like these books. I love these books. Prabhupada wrote these books. He wrote them for the Vaishnavas. I love using these conceptions are beautiful. Many Christians don't understand these things and other people may not. But still, we try to, everybody's included and people are coming. You see, we got people from anywhere and everywhere. Everybody can chant Hare Krishna and feel the energy of love for Krishna. Why not? That's why it's not dependent on what you wear now. No, come as you are, man. You can be a homeless person. You could be a rich person. You could be a sannyasi. You can be wear a dhoti, don't wear a dhoti. You can follow rules, not follow rules. Well, it doesn't matter. You come into the Lord is instantly pleased because you found the gold mine. You're in the gold mine. You notice if there's a gold mine somewhere in the world, the gold mine isn't thinking you just go in there and get the gold. It doesn't say, well, I'm sorry, you can't come in because you're closed. You got to wear a certain type of attire to come into this gold mine. No, the gold mine is this there. It just gives gold, right? You go in the gold mine as you are. You could be dirty. You could be clean, materially, but the gold is there. That's this place here. The gold is just here. You don't have to dress up. You don't have to, whatever you are, dress up or don't. Just go in the gold mine. Get the gold, right? See, this is it. This is called causeless mercy. Just come in the gold mine. All I can say is come in the gold mine. You witnesses out, you just say, come in the gold mine, right? Come in the gold mine. This is gold. This is what it looks like. People don't know what is gold. You think gold is those silver and gold coins? No, these kind of coins, this transcendental coins. See, these verses, these are the gold coins, man. I take one gold coin. I like to fondle it. You should see rich people. I tried to do this, once I got a gold coin. I bought a gold coin. I wanted to see what it felt like in silver. So I fondled it. I tell you, I want to learn what people are getting, the juice. And I was fondling this gold. And it felt like a piece of friggin' metal. I said, what is people getting happiness out of? There's so little juice in that. It's just mundane material. But I fondle these verses and I said, wow, this is power here. Ooh, love. Ooh, happiness. Ooh. Oh, I think I found the real gold.
And
That
you
was
know
way,
that that same verse will give you happiness eternally.
eternally. Tomorrow we go back to. I just was on that verse yesterday. Just I got too much. I just so much wealth. All I can do is distribute it now, and then I'm happy just by distributing because I get to taste it again. I love this way of preaching. I just taste the verses. I just taste the name and distribute it at the same time. You become the verse. See the verse here? This is perfect. I love these perfect. This is oh man, this is a 10. You think with beautiful woman or man, they're shaped so no, these verses are shaped perfectly, man. These are 10s. Perfect 10s. Perfect beauty, you know. And it's so clean. You get a beautiful guy or a man, but there's so many faults in that, right? That beauty is so much. Oh man, it ends up being kind of a little bit of poison in there too. Just that you just it's just not. It's got an edge, that kind of beauty of the world, but it's built that way. The Lord doesn't want us to hold on to this misery too long. That's why it gets really miserable in relationships at some points. They'll get you to get off of that. It gets too much. It's just too much misery. And then when you're lucky, when Krishna awakens in your heart by this kind of, then you start to see if it goes against your Krishna, then you want to get out of there. You don't want to. Hey man, what is this? This is more. This is my baby in here, man. This is the real deal, man. I want to keep this good, cleaned, washed. See, these verses are so perfect.
Can I ask?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel there is still this habit, that this um, propensity to take care of everyone in a material way. Should I completely leave that, or because there is a lot of, I feel there's a lot of pollution going on, polluting the food. So I'm thinking of, let's make my own field with um, roots and potatoes and things like that. Should I leave all of that and just eat the rubbish they offer in the shops?
Well, you know how I feel about the shoulds. What do you want to do? Take responsibility, man. You want to do. I mean, I'm thinking about personally. I'm thinking, oh man, if the Bitcoin goes okay, it's like and make a little money. I might go and get a little piece of property down in Tulum over here. Not Tulum, this other place, and the houses are real cheap. I get a little house and maybe grow some vegetables or something. There's a community next growing there. I mean, you could be reasonable, just do it. Krishna will lead you to do whatever, or I might stay here. I don't know. Who knows? I take it in a moment. Right now, I'm happy with these verses, and things will evolve. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't feel happy here because the food is polluted, and I feel I'm getting sick. The longer I stay, the sicker
What do you
I
mean that?
become.
What do you mean? What do you mean the food is polluted there?
Um, the air, the water, the earth, the
Don't you have a
radiation.
don't you have a water filter? You don't drink the water like that, do you?
I don't know if the water in the bottle is cleaner than in the
Oh,
tap,
yeah, yeah,
or
yeah.
outside in the when I
Well,
take water
so what are you
from the.
drinking? What are you drinking? Are you drinking water bottle or what?
I'm drinking water that was in contact with with a mineral, with a stone.
What do you mean? Are you drinking filtered water or not?
It's not filtered, but it was in contact with a crystal.
Oh, come on, man. That woo-woo shit. You drink
Yeah,
filtered friggin'
I'm
water,
I'm
for
I'm doing
God's
that.
sake, man.
Huh?
Drink filtered water.
Filtered
Everybody,
by carbon? Filtered by what?
get a water filter. You know, okay, do a Google search, water filter, and you'll find what it is. It
It's
filters
it's
the
it's with
water.
carbon or something.
Who knows? I don't know exactly what it's a filter. It takes out all the shit in the water, man.
Yeah,
You
that's
hook
carbon.
carbon. I don't know. There's other. I don't know what they do, but it filters the water, so so that you drink good water. Don't this crystal thing. Oh my God, man, that's all this new age bullshit.
So
You
I'm
should,
I'm I'm
yeah,
I'm in the dark there. I don't know what to do.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
yeah, so you do a Google search. I want a water filter. Don't worry about what it is exactly. Too many worries. Get a friggin' water filter, and that's it. And you stick it to your tap, or you buy the big bottles. Like I have big bottles here. They filter it. They have reverse osmosis. Whether they use carbon, I don't care what they use. They just filter the friggin' water, man. And so it takes out all the fluoride and all that garbage they put in there. So there's that taken care of. And the air, what doesn't it? Okay, you see the chemtrails and all that, but still, can't you got air to breathe? The chemtrails are everywhere. You can't get away from that. So you just accept that. Don't get a big mind thing over it. I mean, it just is what it is. I have chemtrails over here every day. I still take nice deep breaths and I feel great. Actually, this is a good way to do it. You could take deep breaths. Do this. Okay, everybody. Just take a deep breath in. Fill your chest, and you do 30 times of that. And then relax and then do another 30 when you take a little breath. Oh, you hold it in for a while after 30, and then let it out. And then do it outside, and another 30 and another 30. I mean, if you can, might have to build up to it, by the way. So do as many as you can without passing out, getting dizzy or something. And there you go. You got some deep breaths. And what are you going to do? We can't get away. Chemtrails are everywhere. You got to be proud. If you don't get so mental about it, that's what I would say.
But it's just yeah, for me I'm I'm getting when I sleep I have to stand up because it's too painful. Yes. My my whole body feels polluted and I feel pain.
Oh, really? Oh, are you sleeping regularly, or you just kind of just sleep whenever you sleep and up and
No,
down?
I sleep irregularly. Yes.
Regularly, yeah.
And too long, very long. I cannot recharge or
Oh,
hardly
really?
recharge
Oh, interesting.
because of pain and things.
Yeah. What do you think, Lolita? What's the solution for Tom?
I wrote it. First, first I said, get more transcendentally happy, and all will be solved. If you're not satisfied by that, do service if you want it to improve. And then later I said for joking, drink celery juice, but but I think he's doing that already, isn't it?
I did it for a few, yeah,
Yeah.
1.5 year or
But yeah,
something. Yeah.
because if you're I have headaches like nobody else in Belgium, I think, but it doesn't put my happiness down. And they're heavy headaches because of, yeah. But
All you can do is try to do the best you can with what you got, man. I mean, drink filtered water, take, like breath. Do you exercise? Are you getting exercise? Stuff like that. Just be, normal, like normal people. Go to a gym, work out. I mean, is everybody feeling like you there? Do people go and work out in the gym? Why don't you go? work out in the gym, get some exercise. You know,
That's very good. Yeah.
yeah,
Walk and
walk. You know, just
move.
do balance. Don't just sit. Like yeah, just yeah. So like that. So there you go. There's you got your ideas.
Sim says take a shower when you come home from a walk if you feel
There you
bad
go.
about chemtrails.
Yeah, there you go. Take a shower. Good advice. Okay. Lord Caitanya said the needs of man, and I see this as true. The real essential needs of man are spiritual. You need to get spiritually connected. Jesus saw this too. Spirit, you need spirit. You need to know who you are and who you're related to eternally. See, this is prime. And then, just try to be, the best, do the best you can in this polluted world. And Prabhupada was living like that. Even they came, Prabhupada, the milk is poisoned. The milk is, he said, what are you going to do, man? Just bring the milk the way, and we'll do the best we can with it. Because, you got to focus on the spirit the primary thing. And then you do what you can do, Otherwise, you got to be practical, but not go all the way, and get away from this. But, well, I got to get in to take care of the body too much. You take care of the body, get a filter for your water, get some exercise, take deep breaths, do stuff, that are, you can do. Do what you can do, do what you have control over, you obviously probably can't go out and buy a farm, or you want to live with people. I personally, I don't want to live with people that are, maybe not, they don't know about transcendental knowledge and they don't want to know. And they'll end up fighting with each other and all this mundane stuff.
But I think Tom was working on a field. Didn't you have a field with family members together?
Yes, but these are exactly the things I encounter. I have problems with that. Yeah, they are. There is a lot of gossip going on in that
Ah,
association,
Yeah,
and
you can't get away
and
from
then they
that.
walk. They just come and walk on the field when uninvited.
Yeah. So anyway, that's that.
Material
That's what I
stuff.
said. I said that's what happens. There's material motives. People don't know about this kind of purification. So, just how it is, man. Anyway, the more, all I can say, Tom, is try to do the best you can win the world, but don't neglect this and become more and more transcendental, and then you'll see all that stuff will fall into place. I don't make I just do automatic. I go, Krishna he helps me in so many ways. He showed me about the shot. He shows me about breathing. He shows me about water. He shows me. I don't even think the more transcendentally connected you get, he'll just show you. It won't be I'm supposed to, and all this. And it's kind of you'll see. It'll all just, oh, okay, I do this. And you do it and you feel, or fasting, he shows me, oh, you're fast. Here, I'll give you the power to fast. So it gives me the power. I fast and I'm feeling better. Yeah, it's beautiful. I love this. The main thing is the spiritual relationship and connection you get here. Get strong in that. Overcome all this, I don't know. I mean, it's being in the mind. You be in the spirit, man. Oh, it's so much more powerful. See? So everybody has their cross to bear, and that'll get lighter here, more and more. See, more and more strong. So get a friggin' water filter and take some deep breaths and don't worry about all the chemicals in the air. Krishna will make up the difference. I might do some classes on deep breathing. Maybe people need to see it. Dancing too. Dancing is really good. I dance. I do African dance every day usually. So whatever, just I like it, ground dancing, go wild. This really is wild dancing, man. It's great. Okay. See, the Lord brought the desire tree of devotional service to this earth. First, thinking in this way, he accepted the duty of a planter and began to grow a garden in Navadvip. That's bona fide guru, man. You need that kind of person in your life. They're a planter. What are they planting? Something you can't find in this whole universe. It's called Bhakti, Lada Bij, or it's called the Holy Spirit. It's the spirit of devotion. It's latent in everybody, whether you're a demon or a demigod. It's special, the most special thing in the world. It's called special attraction to what is real and real forever. And it's not just words. You got to see a person that has the symptoms of having that in them, because that they impregnate that in you and wake up that dormant Lord in that relationship between your soul and that Lord inside you. See, that's the duty of a planter. Because if the planter doesn't plant, there's no fruit, no growth of that. The Lord brought the desire tree of devotional service to the earth. See, somebody has to bring it. Where it has to be brought here. What did Jesus say? I'm in this world, but not of it. He came here, right? He was different. That's why those who took his shelter became different. You notice you guys come here and taking shelter of this word here, this preaching, this seed. You become different. What do you think the meaning of these verses? You become the meaning of these verses. A great sage is not a great sage unless their opinion, their conception is different from others in this Maya. You got to be one of those. Even the disciples here become like that. Your understanding becomes different than those people in ISKCON. All of ISKCON, your conception is different than millions of devotees right now. In ISKCON, in the Gaudiya Math and Samiti, in most of Christianity, in the Muslim, amongst the world. That's how different the truth is that sets people free. You've come into the prison of this material universe now. You went through the real warden here and have been taken out of the jail cell. And you get the power to whoever will believe in your witness and your understanding and your truths that you are realizing will also come out. You throw them the rope. Isn't it amazing? You see how the Lord does it? He gives us his power to deliver people. What do you think Jesus said? People say only God. They were thinking only God can save people. Only God can heal the cripples. Only God can do these things. And Jesus said the truth. He says, "Oh, you think only God can do it? God has given me the power to do it." And not just make a cripple. Cripple is cripple-minded, man. Yeah, he resurrected the dead. That's going on here too. You think God can do? Well, how has he been doing it? Your gurus haven't resurrected the spirit in you that I've seen. They're not real sons of God. Only a son of God, the Son, the Lord and the Lord's Son. And especially the Son in this world, that's your deliverance. We prove we got that here. We got that potency here. We deliver people. We deliver Krishna in you to where you can see that baby. It's transcendental, and you will be happy having that baby. Not like you see the reflection is you have a baby, and all that pain you had to go through. Well, there's some pain you're going through in this birth process too. And when it's over, it's over. Then you'll like to take care of this baby, right? Isn't it nice? It's wonderful to take care of this baby. His food, you always got food, man. This is where unlimited abundance of food is everywhere now for that baby. But it's not mundane. It's generated from the body. You feed the baby milk, right? Comes from your body. Yeah. Well, you feed this baby also from your body, from your transcendental body, man, from the word. You generate food for this baby. It's amazing, man. Cheap too. Doesn't cost you a bunch of money. You got to feed these babies. You get about 4 or 5 babies, my God, or even 2, even 1. Costs you a fortune to feed the damn thing. Right? That's the Lord's Maya trying to teach you something. Feed him. Feed the transcendental baby. You meet a bona fide guru, you'll be able to feed the transcendental baby. With you go, go, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. And Krishna will go, ooh, and you'll be very happy. Oh, my baby's happy. Ooh. Now, how would you like that kind of food, huh? Isn't that better? This is more fun. This is a much better baby. Where do you want to go?
Beach.
Boo, 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 boo. Yeah, you see, that's the kind of father I want to be, man. The mother I want to be, man. It's just Krishna's mother and father. That's where it's at, man. That's all I do. I got that relationship too. If you have a bona fide guru, they're actually gopis, man. In our Gaudiya Vaishnava line, they're actually a gopi. They do everything. Sometimes they teach Krishna, sometimes Krishna teaches them, sometimes they mother Krishna and father Krishna, and vice versa. It just goes back and forth. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila. He says, the gopis, sometimes they're my teachers, sometimes I'm their teacher, sometimes they're my father and mother, and sometimes they're my friend and I'm their friend and cohort, confidantes, and I don't know what they're not to me. They're everything. Boy, I'm really happy being around those gopis, man. That's why you come here, you get purified, you'll be happy to be here, man. Really happy to be here. You'll know what real happiness is here, is being with Vrindavan residents, man. We'll show you what real happiness is here, man. Right, Amy? Isn't this where real happiness is? Right, Fanny? Right, Adramana? Isn't this where it's at? You look at Adramana, she's making all these nice things, nice creative things, up there on Facebook. We know how to have a good time here. Look, we're going almost 2 hours, man, having fun, man. This is called a sacrifice, where it doesn't even feel like a sacrifice. That's why those sages, they saw Sutta Goswami was like what you get here. They said, hey, man, we're going to spend 1,000 years. You guys, would you spend 1,000 years if you lived that long, coming here every day or many times a day? Would you spend 1,000? Could you think you could give this up at some point? Something that gets better, it's more good and more good and more good. More ecstatic, more ecstatic. Well, I don't know. It's not quite that way for me. Well, you could stick around and it will be. Is your best chance, best probability. The probabilities of your being enlightened in this life even are in your favor here. All possibilities are here. Your possibilities of becoming as good as Jesus, as good as Prabhupada. Yes, yes. Yeah, well, that's because you're on the wrong path. That's why, Mahavir responded like that, because there's no hope for him to achieve what you're achieving, the ecstasy that Prabhupada had. He doesn't have it. That's impossible. Well, it's your problem. Your loss. She's just trying to, help you, man. Well, we'll help you. We'll use your song for our theme song, because you had a nice glimpse before, and Krishna, we'll use that, and Somehow or other, it'll all work out for you.
He wrote those songs with your association. Otherwise, he wouldn't have been
No.
capable to write such a beautiful text.
Yeah. Yeah, or see that he had this darshan of Lord Caitanya in the river, and we got it on video, which is amazing, you know? Yeah. And it's so funny because he didn't see it. He would not, to this day, probably have seen it. It would just be a video gone. If I didn't see it, Krishna showed it to me and I showed it to him. That's the way it works. I'm here to show the real Krishna to people, the real Radha. Otherwise, you won't see it. You just, these gurus can't show it to you, can they? Obviously not. Narayan Raj didn't show it to them. And proof is they don't see it here. Hey, man, the elephant's in the room here. We see the elephant in the room, but that's Maya. Yeah, Lord's Maya is strong, man, even in the religious level. That's why you got to go beyond religion. You come here, we'll take you beyond religion. Look how strong the Maya is. People get they're seeing how the Lord is working many different levels now. It's really, this is truly the apocalypse, really is. People see that, like, how can people be so brainwashed? How could they not see what's going on? Even on the political level, how can they not see that these guys are hypocrites and liars and cheat? They see that. A lot of people see this. How can they not see it? Well, I'll tell you why, because it's the Lord's Maya. They believe in the Maya, and therefore they're under its influence. See, you come here, we'll get you to believe in the Lord's Yoga Maya. See, that's where freedom is. Sovereignty is in that. His sovereignty is in the glories of the Lord, for God's sake. His sovereignty is in chanting the Lord's name and associating intimately and happily with God, like we do here every day. We show here every day. We show you the Lord's happiness, the Lord's power, the Lord's beauty. This is almost too good, man. This is too good. This is how it is when you find something that is so good. Even Mother Sachi was a little bit like, she's just, the Lord would literally, he was over there, took sannyas, and went on his little merry way down in South India and all this. And she would cook for him, but she had so much love, the Lord would come and eat everything on the plate. And she says, no, this can't be true. That Nimai, this is too good to be true. That Nimai came here and ate all that? She would cook again because she loved cooking for Krishna, because that was her service. She naturally loved to cook for Krishna, so she would cook again.
It's very beautiful, the love of Mother Sachi.
Yeah. And cooking for the Lord, this is, see, we're cooking. This is cooking also, chanting. Sadhu Sangha, talking about Krishna. We're cooking a meal. See, Krishna's eating, right? It's beautiful. Yeah, and then we end Sadhu Sangha, it's okay, you had a nice meal, and everything, and you go about the day and say, I'm getting hungry again. That's what happens with me later. I feel okay, go do my activities and stuff like this. And then I get a little hungry. Krishna wants to eat. Okay, yeah, that's good. I can cook for Krishna. Let's go chant Hare Krishna, sing some songs, talk about the Lord, feed him good, get him nice and fat and plump, Then go about the activities. That's why don't neglect your activities, afterwards. Go and do stuff. Don't sit there all day long, Yeah, do stuff, man. Go out there, talk to people or whatever, Do some work, man. Learn about Bitcoin, man. I'm telling you, learn about your finances. Don't be like go right into the government thing. They're going to go and give you that CDC thing, and they're going to tell you what to do. You can, go study, ask questions, Okay, you think, well, I don't know anything. Oh, well, what are you doing all day, man? You got out the rest of the day to learn something important. How about your finances, man? You know, the alternative parallel economy, you know. So to me, this is a gift to the Lord. The Lord, you know, I can see He shows me these things, you know. And you could ask, well, I don't know anything. Okay, well, ask the question of Google. You got Google, man, practical, or YouTube is great. What is Bitcoin? Nice video, tell you all about it. Oh, really interesting. Okay, well, how can I use Bitcoin? And they got a nice video about all these things and many more. I'm not really clear about that. Oh, okay. Okay, what is a Bitcoin wallet? How do I keep Bitcoin? Google, Facebook. I mean, oh yeah, any of those actually. TikTok too. TikTok's great, you know. And then you get all the answers. Come on, use what God gives us, right? Learn, you know, give some energy, you know, life. Don't be imbalanced, man, you know. A lot of people in Vrindavan, they end up being like that. They're all spaced out, walking around there, you know. You know, they can't even, a lot of Babajis, you know, their bodies are they're all humped over like this because they don't do any friggin' exercises all day long, you know. So be balanced, man. You can do it. You found the path, man. You found God. I found God. You know, and so now you can be a little normal. You can be in any ashram. You can do normal things. Do what, you know, have this relationship with God. He'll show you stuff. You know, go preach a little bit, share with people. Yeah. Yeah. So what else? Anything else? Let's see. So, thus the Lord brought the desire tree of devotional service to this earth and became its gardener. He sowed the seed and sprinkled upon it the water of his will. That's another, how you know that you're in the right place. The water of his will. This is what Jesus, he said. He said, you don't believe my word. See, that's the word. The word of somebody is very important. They are their word. So if they say something and that word is real, it's going to sprout something. See? So Jesus, he gave the word of God, see, to sprout the kingdom. Okay? But if it's the false prophet or the false guru, that kingdom of God, that kingdom of bhakti, that devotion will not sprout in you. See, the water of the will. He said, Jesus said, if you don't believe my word, how about the fruit that the Lord is manifesting? How about the works? Not he's doing, the Lord is doing by his word. See, so that's when you know you're with a bona fide representative of this eternal kingdom of God. Their word sprouts in you. The Lord's will, water of the will to sprout. Otherwise, it won't sprout. That's why we see Vaidhi, after 50 years with Prabhupada, still until now. You just Vaidhi rules. It doesn't matter what they say. Don't, even people in the world, don't look at what people say only. See the deed. Is God there, man? Is God manifesting the deed that only God can do? You look at the deed, even on the material level, these guys in financial things, you know, in the finances, they say, about the Bitcoin. Oh, Bitcoin is no good. Bitcoin is no good. Crypto is no good. Bitcoin is no good. And they're buying it. See, this is the hypocrisy of the world. And you got the hypocrisy of religion. Oh, what Gohari doing is no good, no good, no good, right? But you guys are coming and you're seeing the transcendental good here. See, they're all talking and there's where's the water of the Lord's will to sprout what real bhakti is? It hasn't sprouted out there in ISKCON and all these groups. Therefore, people don't even know what it is. That's why we got to show that the sprouts that we have, you know, you eat sprouts, they're good, right? Green. And they give life in sprouts. Well, you get these kind of sprout. We got the sprout of sprouts. We got that little sprout there, Krishna, right? He's a little sprout. And it gets bigger, our sprouts grow. Yeah. Into a nice tree and plants and luxurious, more and more. See, sprinkle the water of his will. That's when you know you're facing the real path, the narrow gate. The real way into the kingdom of God is the real personification of the scriptures, right? The devotee Bhagavat, and you listen to the real scriptures from them, man, are you going to get delivered? Or Krishna's going to get delivered in you. He sprinkled the water of his will. Oh, it's so beautiful, huh? So perfect. What is the water of his will? Thy will be done on earth as it is in Vrindavan. As to Krishna to sprout in you. That's what his will is. Otherwise, what is the will of God? The will of Maya is to sprout in you and keep you in jail. Keep you in jail of religion with religious speculators, blind leaders, and you just remain a blind follower. What kind of life is that? You want life? Come here. We got it abundantly, man. Great verse, huh? This is true poetry. I love purporting on the poetry of Krishnadas Kaviraj. It's so great. So many things to say about this poetry. Krishnadas Kaviraj said, I just writing short verses. Just short verses. And they're all in codes. The non-devotees will not understand it, just like they do now. That's why I can tell who is a non-devotee. A non-devotee doesn't go by what you see the appearance is. No. It's what they are and what they hear or what they don't hear. See? That's how I tell a non-devotee. A non-devotee doesn't like what I like. See, I love these verses. I love this name. And if you don't love this chanting, if you don't love these purports and this glorification, you're more or less a non-devotee, and that's just your symptom. You come here, you'll get the eyes to see like this. Otherwise, you'll just be blind by your blind leaders. What do you expect? A blind leader cannot see what we see, cannot speak what we speak about, cannot glorify what we glorify, cannot manifest this kind of happiness. What can I say, man? We're here to put on this show, man. The greatest show on earth, man. Isn't it? Right, Lalita? Her classes are the greatest show on earth. You want to see a great show? Listen to Lalita chant, man. You're seeing the greatest show on earth. You have the greatest result coming to watch her classes or Johan's or anybody that is in our Sangha that stands up for Krishna. See, stand up. Shout to the Lord. What else is it? There's the truth, man. That's so great, man, this whole thing. Okay, what else? Anything else? Let's see. All glories to Madhavinda Puri, the storehouse of devotional service unto Krishna. Where is devotion to Krishna stored should be the question, right? Where is it? Not like, oh, he must be guru because he's got a dhoti on or an orange t-shirt, and boy, he went and got a PhD in college. Oh, he's all the ISKCON devotees, gurus have all said he's Guru Dev. Oh, he follows Prabhupada's program. Where is the storehouse of love of Krishna should be the real question. We're here to preach the postgraduate course in understanding true spirituality. Where is that storehouse? Well, you got to see where the storehouse is. You're looking for a storehouse of grain. Well, you got to go into the storehouse. It might be just a barn, empty barn like these gurus. Many of them just empty barns. There's nothing stored in there. You got to go in. They even teach this in Vaishnavism. You got to go and listen to the gurus. That's how you go in. You go in through the door, man, through their word. through their mouth. You see, you want to see the real Krishna. You want to see what's in Krishna. You got to go in the mouth and look like Mother Yashoda looked in the mouth of Krishna. You look in the mouth of a real guru and you're going to see everything. Hey, you know, when you find a bona fide guru, you find that pastime again. You just look in their mouth and you see everything that you need to see. Their mouth opens wide. The storehouse of Krishna, everything's in that verse. Where is the storehouse? Well, you got to come in here, man. You got to come in here. And then you enter into that barn filled with the substance, love of Krishna, filled with all those grains of love of Krishna, man. Otherwise, you go in the barn. Have you went in the barns there, you blind followers? Have you seen that you're still blind? Yeah, do you have love of Krishna in your barn? Because people come in here and they go in the barn and then they become the barn also, filled with love of Krishna. Yeah, look at Lalita. She's a barn, you know, filled with love of Krishna, man. See, she went in and is eating the grains. See, and actually very lustily, you know, is eating handful after handful. She's getting stuffed with all those transcendental grains. She's looking pretty plump to me. Doesn't she look pretty plump? Even Johann, as skinny as he is, he's looking pretty fat. Fat with the grains, you know. Amy, too, she's looking pretty plump. See, this is the great way to eat. You become plump and you look skinny like Amy. She doesn't look fat at all, but she's plump. How are we doing, Amy? Is this any good today? Is this class pretty good or what? Is it better than yesterday?
Yeah, it is.
How does Krishna do that? I don't know, man. It's magic. We entered this, you know, this magical place, man.
He promised it to be youthful always and every day new and fresh. So
ever useful,
he stays
ever
young.
fresh. Yeah, this is real life. This is real youth, man. Ever youthful, ever fresh. You think it was just the transcendental bread that Jesus was, his word was the bread of life? It was the hot bread of life. It's always hot, you know, right out of the oven. Even the Bible's like that. That's why I love the Bible. You know, I would read, even when I went away from Krishna to the Bible, I don't read it so much anymore. But when I do, it's fantastic, man. I love these words. They just need a little, you know, they kind of
Explanation.
Yeah, they just like these things. You know, they need to be explained. I may be doing more of that sometime. You know, that's just, there's so much to do. All glories to Sri Madhavinda Puri, the storehouse of devotional service to Krishna. And see that the verse, this is the path. All glories. Those people who said all glories to Jesus, they became saints. Look at the Pharisees. They didn't say all glories to Jesus Christ. They didn't become saints until they said, you know, some got a second chance because they started to believe in the fruits. Just like here, people they get to see your fruits that look at the works God is doing. You know, He's giving you real special this transcendental love, and you're witness. Oh yeah, this is really great, and all that. See, so people that you have to say all glories to what is transcendental in this world. The devotees are transcendental, the real ones. And when you say all glories, and because you're appreciating from your heart, not feigned, not hypocritically. No, like, wow, this is fantastic. This is great. God has delivered me. He sent me a real guru. I can see that. I can feel that. Oh, glories to the storehouse of bhakti. You got to be a person like that. Isn't that amazing? The Lord people don't know what the standard is. The Lord takes us broken down jalopis. Gohari heads them all. A broken down person had no purpose in life, just had nothing, just a nobody, a nothing. But getting this mercy makes everything, makes the big difference. He wants to do that for everybody. We're all broken down jalopis. See, he makes you a storehouse of this bhakti, man. And people want it, they come to you to get it. You're branches of the real bank, man. We bank Krishna, man. And you're all branches. You want to connect to the bank, yeah, this is the real central bank, the real CBDCs here. Yeah. The real central bank, and you're all branches in your sector there. Go out there, Tom. You're a branch. Yeah, go out there and do some banking, man. We need to get some people's money in the bank, man. What is their money? Their attention. Get their attention. Bring it back into the bank. Let's bank their attention. We don't want the material money. Get their attention over here, man. That's our currency. See, in our bank, you just give your attention over here, and we'll give you tons of currency, tons of currents, lots of real wealth. Man. We got storehouses of it, man. The wealth is love for this name, man. Look at Sanatana Goswami said in Brihad Bhagavatamrita in the introduction, all glories to the holy name. Oh, it is my greatest treasure. I can say that too now. Many of you can say that too. You can say what Sanatana Goswami says. That means you have the revelation that you got that gift. Look how austere that's. You don't even have to do that, man. Gauri didn't even have to do all those austerities, man, to get that. That's my grace of Lord Caitanya and Sanatana Goswami, who's a bona fide representative. They turn over their austerity, the results of their austerities, results of their renunciation. And we can just be ourselves, whatever that is, but take their shelter wholeheartedly. Take the shelter of devotees who are storehouses here in this Sangha, filled with love of Krishna. The Lord says, wow, you're going to the storehouse. I got to give it to you because you entered the gold mine where the real gold is. You must get gold. I don't care how you're dressed. I don't care what you're eating. You enter the gold mine. Even a meat eater can enter the gold mine here. The gold mine ain't saying, what did you eat? You can't enter in unless you're a vegetarian. No, they only do that in Jagannath Puri. The fools who haven't realized Krishna say stuff like that. You got to have a Hindu body to go into the temple to see God. No, the real God that we preach, that we show, that we demonstrate. You come here into this gold mine, the Sadhu Sangha, and you hear these crazy, wild talks about the transcendental Lord. You enter the gold mine through looking into the mouth, paying your attention over here into the central bank. We're going to give you the currency, man, free. This thing, you got to bring your money in, and then we use your money. The banking system is Maya. You go in there. I studied the banking system, and I never did it. This is my real schooling, man. I learned all about the financial system. I see it's all been rigged. It's all a phony baloney, man. They've been fooling everybody. They take your money, your hard-earned money. This is Maya does. She's trying to teach you something, man. Come over here and get real life. That's what she's showing. You go and you give your hard-earned money to the bank. What do? They go and either squander it or they invest it in investment. They're not even very smart with it. Eventually, they lose their investments like now, and all that money you put in the bank is gone because not your keys, not your money. Can you imagine, you guys, you haven't even did a few YouTube searches. You don't even believe that. You stick your money in the bank and think you're always going to get it. That's a lie. Soon you're not going to, you may not get it. The banks are all failing all over the place, man. They're falling all down. That's part of the plan. And then they're going to take all your money, and then they're going to give you, we're going to give you money, but it's always with a price. Okay? So learn a few things here. I got a Telegram thing. Nobody wants to become part of this thing. I give you these things, and gradually I'll give you videos. You just watch a few videos, man. What else you got to do? Come on, learn. Don't be old dogs that can't learn new tricks. A lot of us are kind of elderly, right there, Lalita. We're getting old, But, hey, man, it's kind of fun, just kind of, just a little bit with you can help people too.
I'm already in that group, Guru Maharaj.
I know she's in the group. That's good. I'll send a few nice videos that I can run across on TikTok. And you can always just go on TikTok and as you explore things, you'll see it. I mean, it's amazing. People don't know what's going on in the world. In France, the whole place is like they're protesting big time, big riots and all kind. Nobody knows why, because the mainstream media, everybody just listen to and it's like, nothing's going on. Everything is going on now. I mean, world events and all that. And it's just all kind. And these are just nice people that are they got their little cameras, and they show you what's going on. Otherwise, the mainstream media, the Mayas controlling all of that. They, tell you what they want you to know. Everything is good. Everything is hunky-dory. Everything is nice. It ain't. It's all friction now. A lot of friction. Yeah. So, I'll put a link there if anybody wants. And if you don't want, that's okay too. If it's, just the main thing is if you're coming here, and and then some people, they think, I just want to, just go with the flow. Okay, Maya will give you what she gives you, and just try not to get this. I really, if you want to stay around, or any more of that. And then you'll stick around a long time. Yeah, and sometimes people, they have some batches, and maybe you got the lucky ones where they don't put it all in there because they can't get rid of everybody. Otherwise everybody would know. They think, but there's a lot of people that they put the strong dose in, and it's effective. What else? You know what? Well, let's take a break now. Take a break. I'm getting too wound up. All right, here we go.
He would go out at sunrise, chanting, dancing to his name. Haribo, Haribo. He would wake up everyone, rise and rejoice to the name. Haribo, Haribo. Mukunda Madhava, Govinda Hari, Haribo, Haribo. Caitanya, Mahaprabhu, he has come to taste and give away the sweetness of his praying. Caitanya, Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Caitanya, Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of His name. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Every day the sun will rise, and every day the sun will set. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. What's the value of your life if devotion you don't get? Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Take the name into your heart, take it with you when you part. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, He has come to taste.
I'm reading all your comments now.
the sweetness of His brain. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. All you have to do is take to the sweet chanting of His name. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Yashamati Nandana, Brajapadanagara. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Jehovah Adonai, Yahweh Jesus Christ. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Rajajana Palana, Asura Kurana Shana. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Al-Rahim Al-Malik, Al-Muhaymin As-Salam. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Shirata Vallabha, Nilavanatapa. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Rav Hesed El Shaddai, Eloi HaElohim. Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol.